What is up, YouTube? Today I've got a kick out. What are you doing? Don't fall. Good Lord. Oh my God, really? Anyway, this video today is brought to you by Kit Kat because he has, let's just get right into it. There's going to be a lot of rambling in this video, but if you hang around to the end after all the rambling, I'll throw in some flight footage that you guys have not seen before. Let's go. Look at this shit. This perfect example of what's going on today. Let me see if I can get this damn thing. This is my drone bag. This is my Betaflight drone bag. I pre-ordered this thing. I've had this thing since it came out. But would you look at the top of it? Will it focus? Look what the hell my cat has done to this thing. But that's okay. I can deal with that because I've been dealing with it. I love my cat. It's okay. But this thing is, I wish I had some scales, but I don't because I don't really care how much I weigh. But this thing is heavy and it's getting out of hand. If some of you guys, I hope my drawer that I've made here holds up. If a lot of you guys, if you've been around my channel for the past couple of weeks, you'll notice that I have been flying the Apex, not really exclusively, but anyway, I've been flying the Apex, and I got the DJI air unit on this one right here. And then you guys have seen in another video, I have the Mr. Steel Apex right here. Love this thing. It's on analog though. Let's get that out of the way. I have the old faithful right here, the TAC Edition Sköll V3 that is on analog with the busted antenna, but it still kicks ass. Love this thing. This is my go-to when I've had a bad day and I just want to freaking rip. I get this thing out and it makes it happen. This is a new build that I've got going on here. This is also the Sköll V3 TAC Edition that has a Caddx Vista zip tied up in the back of it. This is kind of like a bag breakdown. We'll skip to the, so without a whole bunch of, can't figure out what I'm saying. So I've been flying the Mr. Steel Apex and I really like that thing. And I got to thinking, you know, like that dude has designed a badass frame and his shit is legit. I'm like, what else? Maybe I should look into this ETHIX thing, right? And I've been getting sick and tired. The hell, Kit Kat? I've been getting sick and tired of toting around this heavy ass backpack. So this is Operation Lighten the Load up right here. So I'm pretty much just going to empty this bag right here in front of you guys. I don't have an overhead camera, so I'm just going to have to pretty much show you everything. In this front compartment, I've been, this is the ETHIX peanut butter and jelly props. A problem that I have that a lot of you guys may have like me is I pack my bag like I'm going to be stuck on a desert island for a month, and I take enough shit with me to keep the quads in the air, and that's just gonna have to stop because a real successful friend of mine told me one time that if he don't use something in 6 months, he throws it away. I don't do that. I'm a hoarder and I'm not really throwing anything away, but we're gonna slim things down. Let's keep going. In here is also, this thing is crammed full of other types of props. Like here's the prop. This is, it's ridiculous. If you go through this many props in one setting, which I do sometimes, you got a problem. Yeah, so that takes care of this compartment. One thing that I did not like about this backpack is that, you know, like I kept my props in here and I would get my quads off and I would lay it over like this right here. And I'd open it up and I'd start getting my shit out and everything, and then I'd realize I don't have any damn props. So then I gotta like put it all back together, flip it back over. That's a pain in the ass. In one of the side compartments right here, I keep a lanyard in there because I always forget to take my lanyard. So I usually got like 3 of these with me because I am like paralyzed with that. I can't fly without a lanyard. the Bose Bluetooth speaker. Gotta have some tunes, but usually I use the AirPods, so we're gonna quit carrying that with us. For some reason I have a damn 10mm socket in there. That's where that's been. I was wondering that, and a Nerf ball. That does it for that. Let's see what's in this little zipper compartment right here. A roll of tape. That's it. These pockets are freaking awesome right here on this bag. But I never really like used all these loops and, you know, I don't know. Anyway, going around over here. This video's gonna be long, but if you hang around, we'll rip at the end of it. This is gonna be actually a really long video. I'm sorry. A lot of rambling. What's in here? Oh, sorry, Axel. I actually had some cleaning wipes with me that day you crashed in the poo-poo, but I forgot that they were in here. That might make it into the new bag setup. That's pretty much it. This is another one of those awesome little compartments that I never really utilized that much. So that takes care of that. Let's you know, of course up here in the front compartment right here, I'm trying to gather my thoughts as I film this. I did not plan this out. I'm just kind of excited about some of the new stuff. We're going over the old stuff first, but yeah, there's the Tramp. It goes up in the, you know, up in the front here. Printed these a long time ago on my old 3D printer, the Rotor Right gimbal guards. Those are printed out of PLA, by the way. They're hard. I figure that's better than TPU. Anyway, get that sucker out of there. Now, I don't know where I'm gonna put all this. All right, so here we go. Let's get this sucker open right here. Let's start with this compartment. That normally you would have a laptop in here. I have a spare bottom plate that I completely forgot that I had. That's awesome for the Sköll Tech Edition V3. In here is a giant bag of battery straps. Look how many freaking battery straps is in this bag. It's ridiculous. And none of these are like the Kevlar or the cloth ones. These are all like, these all suck. None of the good ones are in here. There might be a couple of good ones in here, but that's all I use. I've been using the like, you know, the Kevlar, the cloth. Let me get one. I don't know if you'll be able to see this in the video. Can we zoom in here on this thing here? I don't have it over here, camera. It's not going to focus. I knew this was going to happen. I knew as soon as, well, it's focused on my face. Let's do that. See, these are the sewn, you know, really good battery straps. These don't break. I've had this battery. What am I doing? I've had this battery strap for I don't know how long. Like, I'll use these till the Velcro quits working. They don't break. Got the metal hook, you know, get the metal. Can't see it. Anyway, enough about that. That was 5 minutes about stupid battery straps. What else is in here? I never could get my MacBook. I don't know what size it is, but it's the larger ones. It wouldn't fit. It would fit in here, but it stuck up so high that this Velcro thing, like, it was all the way up to here, nearly out the top, and the Velcro thing wouldn't work. So I never carried my my laptop with me. I love this little pouch right here. I don't know what this pouch is for right here, but I keep my zip ties in there. And these are like a medium-sized zip tie. They're not great for like when you need a small one, but they're great for everything else. So those we'll definitely figure out how. I need to make a pile of things that's going to make it into the new setup. Yeah, fuck it. We're just going to start throwing shit out. The diamond antenna that I hate because it's hard to store because it's stiff. It might make it into the new setup. Oh God, this is going to take forever, but y'all may be curious about what all the hell. So this is the tool thing. Let's just, I mean, this is the basic tool pouch, like, you know, that everybody has. Allen wrenches, wire snippers, tweezers, let's see here, prop tool that I'm pulling off things that I'm going to put in the other setup here. A very small Phillips head screwdriver for some things, but I'm not putting that in the new toolkit. Here is an electric screwdriver that's been dead since I got it, and I never use it, but this thing's kind of heavy. I carry that damn thing every time I go somewhere. We're gonna quit doing that. The soldering iron that everybody knows about. For some reason I have like, I don't even know if this is a 2.4 or 5.8 antenna. X-Acto knife. Somewhere in here is the blades. Here they are. Here's a little tip for you, right? Let's do this real quick. Here's a way that you can carry your X-Acto blades. I keep them in that little thing, right? But I didn't know, because I like to have a X-Acto knife with me, but you can put it in. You still got to be careful because there's a little bit of a problem. I know y'all like looking at my face. Put the blade in there upside down. You still got to watch out because there's like still a little bit of sharp area right there. But you know, that's a safe way to put your X-Acto in your bag. But I usually keep the blades inside this little plastic thing right here. We may do something different this time around. That's another thing. Like, I carry this with me everywhere I go. I zoom back out. I don't have an overhead, so we're gonna have to do it like this, everybody. You know, I always keep a X-Acto knife with me, but I'm also a country boy, and I always have, I don't have it, I took it out of my pocket, but I always have like a pocket knife or something like that, and I always whip it out. Never use the X-Acto. We're going to try to streamline the bag. Oh, here's another thing that I think is pretty, we might as well just leave this thing zoomed in for the show and tell inside the bag. It likes to focus on my face. This is the thing that the Triumph antenna came in, but I drilled a hole in it, and I coiled up some solder in there, and I got it to where I can just pull it out. Yeah, we're not going to do that. But anyway, I think that's pretty neat. It's going in the new setup. Let's leave that in there. We get to that. This is really not entertaining. Here's this thing right here for holding motors. Just recently got that. I'm not sure if it's going to go in the new setup or whatever. This is... Alright, so in one of these let me see if I can just turn this thing on here, because this is going to take freaking ever. I have mine set up to where there's like 3 sections, right? The middle one is where my Fat Shark goggles usually go, is right in here. Look at all this shit in here. Fat Shark goggles go here, and then I have these little things right here that I keep my little nuts and parts and stuff like that. So I've got 3 of those in there. Here's another one that's got motors in it, just in case. Never know. Here's a Hero Max right here. This is a bunch of Mr. Steel bells because they're soft and made out of tissue paper. There's a Hero 7 mount because I rock a Hero 7 sometimes. And then just some random stickers and a bell that I believe that's bent, and the switch for the goggles that I got sick and tired of trying to use. I'll just set that aside. This is a parallel charging board, the Joshua Bardwell, but it's for 6S, and I just plug 5S into it, and sometimes I screw up my batteries by doing that. The T6 Lite charger, got that in there. Got a chesty in here. This is like the backpack that just keeps on giving. There's a Mortal T, 2 of those. Some spare arms for the Apex. The wire that I hook up my soldering iron with. A Foxeer FPV camera. Not sure what's inside there, but that's a Mr. Steel motor. I don't know why. I have a battery in my Fat Shark case. Here's a Fat Shark battery, because I really like just the stock Fat Shark battery. Here's another stock Fat Shark battery. FetTech ESC, gotta have that, because I've been exploding those a lot lately. Stock antennas for the Fat Shark goggles. USB, micro USB cord. USB-C cord. A brand new prop that's for a Session 5. The remote for the Tramp VTX. A random roll of electrical tape. Another one of them battery straps that never break. Another one of those battery straps that never break. Another one of those. an arm for the Johnny FPV frame that I don't even have built, but for some reason there's a spare arm in my backpack. I don't know. There's a GoPro mount that still has the sticky thing on it. Some T-motors. Why are those in here? Here's a full set of T-motors. There's the motors. T-motors. Here is a T-motor bell. Another T-motor. A right-handed Axii antenna. A broken Tramp antenna. Some kind of crappy motor that I don't know why it's in here. The mate to it for one. Another Nerf ball. This is 17 minutes. Here's a multi-tool that I never ever break out. It's kind of heavy. That's the whole idea here. Here is a camera, a VTX combo for a tiny whoop. This is, I did not rig this up. I swear to y'all that this crap goes around with me everywhere I go. It's freaking ridiculous. I'm getting sick of it. Here is something that I wished I would have remembered when I was putting that quad together. Here's a bunch of the front cage mounts for the Sköll V3. There's 2 brand new ones. I had to clean up old ones because I couldn't find those. Let's set those aside. We may use those. Some other random 3D printed crap that there's the Triumph mount for the Mr. Steel quad that I couldn't figure out how to use. There's another Immortal T that seems to be in good condition. Sucky ass battery strap. I have got a pile going on over here. Here's just a wad of solder just laying in there. Another prop that's bad, but that's okay. You don't want to leave your trash in the rip site. I think that's it. We got one more thing, and then we're gonna get to the good shit. Oh my God! There's the battery bag, and then there's just like a bunch of trash in here. Oh no, wait. Perfectly good Mr. Steel motor, just needs the bell put on it, and some sliders for the ETHIX. That'll make it back. And the new, here's another Johnny arm. Yep, Kissy. Yeah, the rest of this is just garbage. Okay, so is that everything? No, wait, there is. I forgot something. Oh, okay, and clip to the outside. Y'all may have seen that dangling around, but clipped to the outside is the little GoPro thing that has my Hero. There's 2 Hero 9s and the Hero 7s around here somewhere. Batteries, that kind of thing. You know, I'm trying out this balance thing that you don't have to have a GoPro battery. You just plug this into your balance lead. Can you see it? You can't see it. Plug this into your balance lead, and then you plug this USB-C right here into the GoPro, and it powers the GoPro, and you don't have to carry around the battery. Trying to lose some weight. Anyway, this is my little GoPro pouch. I forgot. This may not have anything in it because I was fooling around with it yesterday. Oh, yeah. Inside here is a little toolkit that has a Phillips head screwdriver and all kinds of other little screwdrivers and stuff that might make it, because it's not very heavy, might make it into the operation lighten the load. Okay, so all these are the Armatin Allen wrenches that are pretty good. We'll see. We'll do a little test here just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so that's everything that was in the Betaflight backpack. Now, let's start with right here. Now we're going to start talking about some new shit, right? Because I basically have pretty much bought everything brand new, I think. There may be some, some parts and stuff go back in here, but pretty much everything that it takes to fly FPV is brand new. So inside here is the Betaflight bag, that's got, I have quite a few lipos in here, but I like to do like field charging, so I'll take quite a few lipos with me. I'll charge them all, right, before I leave the house. ISDT battery checker in here, right? So I will charge all these lipos up before I leave the house. Let's see if I can hold them up. These are all my operational lipos. Y'all really care? Y'all want to see them? I'll try to hold them all up. I'm not going to count them. This is all operational lipos, right? Okay, because they drop cells every once in a while. Albonic batteries, they're great. They're for the price, but they are known to kind of like drop cells every once in a while. Okay, so in here, inside this battery bag is a multi-star from Hobby King 16,000 milliamp 6S battery, right? And I'll take this and I'll plug it into the input of this charger right here, right? Charge up my batteries. When I first bought this, fully charged, I was flying 4S, right? But now I'm flying 5S, so I haven't done the math on this. But I could take 16 fully charged batteries, and I could take this thing right here and I could fly those 16 batteries, and then I could charge those 16 batteries and still charge quite a few more, and this thing would not be dead, right? Well, after having this battery for a couple of years, let's zoom it in because I know y'all ain't gonna be able to see, right? After having this battery for a couple of years, she's getting a little puffy. She's getting puffy, and it's getting to where like I can only charge I'll charge like 5 batteries. And what I do is I put this ISDT battery checker on the balance lead of the battery, right? And then you get your cell voltage. I know you hear that alarm, right? So I have an alarm set for 3.8 volts. So when it gets to 3.8 volts, the alarm goes off, and I know it's time to either make the decision where it's in storage charge, right? Or you can just keep on going. You can drop it down pretty low. Well, now I can only charge about 5, maybe 6 batteries, and that alarm goes off. So this thing is just like, it doesn't have the ass that it used to. So we're gonna set that right there. I'm getting out of breath because this is kind of a lot of work. I'm trying to, like, you know, hurry. It's been 22 minutes already. I appreciate you guys hanging in there because it's gonna be a hell of a lot longer video. So for you guys out there that like the rambling videos, man, this video is for y'all. All right, so new product in the house, Ovonic 12,000 milliamp 6S battery, right? Let me see here. It's a little lighter. It's not a 16,000 like this one. This one's a 16, right? Side by side comparison, the Ovonic is a little taller, a little skinnier than this one, right? A little bit lighter. I believe I weighed this one and it was like 2,200 grams. This one weighs 1,700 grams. 1,700, and I haven't weighed it. It's just what it said on the website. But you're thinking, you're like, wait a minute, Tack. This is a 16,000 and this is a 12,000. Well, I have 2 of these. So you take 2 of these, right? And then I can hook them together in parallel, and then I will have 24,000 milliamps, but it's heavy, so I probably won't do that. I could if I wanted to, but my plan is, right? Moving right along to one of the new things that I got here, an ETHIX battery bag right here. This is the battery bag that you have all seen. I know you have. This thing is pretty freaking sweet. It's got the crap inside there. They got the little battery warmer stuff and all the neat little pockets and everything. So my plan is, right, to just put one of these in here. And my lipos, it's going to be stuffed because we're going to get into that here in just a minute. But anyway, I'm going to put one of these in here, right, and then have one of these in the car. So if we hike into a bando or whatever, and then I fly all these battery packs and then charge, I think I can charge all my batteries hopefully one time off of this. I'll destroy batteries, but you don't fly this battery. This battery right here, I know for a fact it's going to last me for another couple of years, maybe at least a year. This time next year, I gave $100 on Amazon. You better hurry. There's not a whole lot many left. $100 for this battery on Amazon. So $200 for this. I gave close to $200 for this. You can't even get these. They're not even available on the Hobby King website. So anyway, if I want to, I can hook them together, make me a little Y plug. I got 24,000 milliamps. If I go into a bando, fly all these and charge them all and whatever, I can hike my little ass back to the car and get the other one. Plain and simple. Lighten the load. Operation lighten the load. Okay, so we're not going to bother with packing that up. Number 2 item that I got here, and we'll talk about something right quick. Let me, if you guys decide to get you some of this ETHIX stuff, this is like a velvet bag. That this is what do you call it? What's the stitching done? It's coming to me. Embroidered. It has the embroidered ETHIX thing right here. That when I brought it out of the bag, there was like some threads missing. So what I did, you probably can't even see, but I took some super glue, and every one of these points where this ends, I just put a little super glue, like right here, right there on that T, right there, right here, you know, everywhere. So like that stuff ain't coming off. That's a little tip if you decide to get one of these. But this is the ETHIX toolkit. It comes like this, right? Well, these pliers right here sucks, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Steele even says, you know, he doesn't use these. And somewhere around here, I have a stubby gear wrench. Probably going to replace that, but I'm going to try to get as many tools in here as I can. I'm going to try out his the ETHIX Allen wrenches and see how hard it is to get the ends. It's not that bad. So you can get the end off of this. So you can get the end off of this Allen wrench, right? Because it's got a little O-ring thing on there, and it snaps on. So my plan is, and I believe he mentioned it in one of his videos, is all my little spare nuts and bolts can go inside this, right? It'll be like, but that'll be where, you know, you can have one that's got prop nuts in it, and then you got another one that's got like all your M3s and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the idea that I got with that. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to try my best to cram all my tools that I have inside here. You know, the X-Acto, the soldering iron, the solder. It's going to be full. Hopefully I can get it zipped. So there's that. There was something else. Oh, here it is. Another ETHIX product that I picked up was the ETHIX, I guess it's the Tyranti bag, the Tyrannus, right? Did the same thing, you know, super glued that. This thing's pretty sweet. Also have the ETHIX ETHIX lanyard. What I like about this is it has a little pouch, so I just know that if my lanyard's not in there, then I'm not doing something right. And I got a new Immortal T, but even better than that, check out my new Radio Master that I got. I bought the carbon edition, right? Printed me some, it's supposed to be gold, but my idea of gold and their idea of gold is orange or whatever. But yeah, this is the TX16S. Did my little mod back here where I take this and got my little kickstand on there. Got the Crossfire in there. Enough about that. I was going to do like a video about this, but it just didn't happen. So anyway, I've been flying that. I'm liking it. I like it. The gimbals, quick little something, right? So this actually has the full size, actual legit gimbals. I don't have the jumper out anymore, but the jumper had junky gimbals, I think. I hated it. I couldn't get used to the gimbals. These, it took a little adjusting and everything, but I believe I've got them the way I like. Let's see here. That does it on. I got one more ETHIX thing to show you guys. And you probably, I don't know if you've seen it in the thumbnail or what. Why do I feel like I'm missing some ETHIX products, right? I'm not. Okay, so I got one more thing. The ETHIX Think Tank backpack. Pretty stoked about this. Hoping that Operation Lighten the Load works out, because this, I'm not even going to pick it up. But the other backpack empty. Okay, so no tools, no battery bag, right? Yes. Like this backpack alone, by itself, this thing is full of dog hair now. That's what, I'm stoked. I'm hoping, if you guys remember, if you've been around my channel for a while, you didn't see it at all last year, but I have a motorcycle, and I'm planning on getting back on that thing because Harrison, he's growing up, and he's got himself a job. It sucks. And he can't come over as much as he used to, but that'll give me an opportunity because I don't ride the bike a lot, because when I have time to ride the bike, Harrison's there, and 2 grown-ass men ain't riding around on that thing, so that ain't happening. But now that he can't be here as much as I would like, that gives me time to ride the motorcycle. Alright, so moving on. Alright, cool. Let's get back to the battery charger. So this battery charger, it's badass. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's a little bulky, right? And it does 6S, and I forgot what the max wattage that it does. Max power output 600 watts. So yeah, this thing will do 25 amps. It is a badass battery charger, right? But we're downsizing. It's Operation Lighten the Load. So what I have here is the ISDT, the Q8. It'll do 500 watts. What did this one say? 600 watts. 20 amps. Oh, this thing, it's not as wimpy as I thought it was. So it'll do 20 amps. That's way more than I'm going to do. Let's do a little side-by-side comparison here, though. See how much bigger this one is, right? And this is the thick end to the... Look at that, how much smaller it is. Stoked on that. Needed that. Didn't need it. Okay, sorry. Did not need that. That's just helping with the heavy-ass problem that I got. So there's that. Right, let's put those things together so I keep track of what the hell I've got going on here. Did not need it, but I picked up another battery checker because I'm thinking he's always kicking. Did you hear that noise just then? That was Kit Kat wearing my damn backpack out. I wish I could get a clip of him doing that to show y'all, but yeah. So my plan is to I don't know what my plan is. I just wanted another one. This one's all scratched up and everything, and I have a pet peeve about screensavers and little air bubbles, but you can't see it. But that one, I put the screensaver on it and it got a damn air bubble. And ISDT makes badass products, but they make shitty, horrible screen protectors. Every time I get one of these things, they're just junk. I can put one on a phone and it just looked like it came from the factory. Get off my damn backpack, man! It looked like it came from the factory like that. But ISDT, love your products, hate your screensavers. Alright, so next thing is, right, remember the Bardwell 5S? This thing keeps worrying me because it's doing weird shit. Alright, the Bardwell 5S parallel board. Picked up what I think is pretty neat, but it's heavy. It is considerably heavier, but the ISDT 4-way parallel charging board, it's got, this thing's just nice. I don't know if y'all have seen this thing, but it is heavy, but it's like an aluminum frame, and it's got like all the panel protection and current over limit, and it's just pretty sweet. It's like a smart, it doesn't say that on here, but it's like a smart parallel adapter. But I can only do 4 batteries at a time, which is fine, because I'll do 4 batteries at like, I don't know, 10 amps. So yeah, that's that on the battery side of things. Let me brainstorm for a second. Okay, I think, I don't think I've formally showed you guys this right here. I got the newbie drone little pouch right here for the DJI goggles. Now I'm not 100%, but I'm getting there, you know. I'm not 100% switching over to the DJI goggles. These are the V2s, right? And they have the Axii patch kit on there. I know some people are going to be like, oh, that Axii stuff sucks, it's horrible, but I didn't pay for this. It was given to me by a friend, so there's that. I didn't pay for it, so if it sucks, it's definitely better than the stock ones. I'll tell you that, because I've done that demonstration myself. But yeah, enough about that. Got the goggles, but I also have the the little adapter where I can put my rapid fire in there, and I have flown some analog on there, and it's going to take some getting used to because I really like how they fit in this bag. Right? Can I tilt it? Yeah. I really like how they fit in here, but it will not fit in here with that adapter on there, and I don't want to fool with taking it on and off. So my hopes is that I can get the ETHIX bag set up the way I want and have both analog and DJI goggles inside the backpack. If I can't, then I'm going to have to commit to just doing analog on these, which is not horrible. I know I know I'm probably not going to use, but I got this because it was cheap. But this is that little thing for props. But I like my props to be in the little baggies, so I'll probably just put my props in the little baggies in here, because I'm not going to like pull them out and put the counterclockwise and the clockwise in here. I'm just not going to do that, because then my props will be just like completely messed up. So that pretty much does it on the new shit. That's pretty much everything new, right? Like to go out and fly, I think, except for some batteries. But I'm about to order some new lipos. So anyway, and to not bore you guys any longer, because this has been 36 minutes. I don't know if y'all care or not, but I'm just going to cut this off right here, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to have my ETHIX bag packed, and I'm not going to like bore you guys or do a time lapse with that. But I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna try to figure out. I'm gonna pack my bag and pretend that I'm gonna go ripping and see if I can get everything in there. And I'm not, you know, we might do like a follow-up video for this later and show you guys how it's set up. We'll do a quick little. I'll open it up and be like, here's how I got everything for y'all guys. So let's just do that. Okay, guys, real quick, check this out. Let's zoom in a little bit. I've got one of the 12,000 milliamp Ovonic batteries in there. There's 5 1555S batteries in here and 7 1300 5S batteries in here, and I've got room for I'm pretty sure 1, 2, 3 can go here again, and then I can get 3 up through here. So I can get 6, maybe 7 more batteries in here. But I also have my parallel board up here on the top, and I got my battery checker here. I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to put my charger. I could slip the charger in this pouch right here, this pouch on the door right here. I could slip the charger in there, I don't know, and then put the parallel board, because it's a little thinner up here on this pouch that's at the top, because it's got a little pouch right here. So I could slip the parallel board in there, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to stop real quick and show you guys that, because if I show y'all later, I won't like open up the battery bag. But I don't have to like cram it or anything. It just zips right up. It's not stuffed. It is heavy. This is going to be the main weight of the backpack, but I can already tell right now it's lighter than the other setup, and it's got a couple more items in it than the other one did. Anyway, yeah, moving on. Next shot, I don't know what it'll be. Let's just keep this going. All right, so I guess if you've watched this much of this video, then you do care about the way that I've got some of the stuff laid out. So this is inside the way I've got my toolkit loaded out here. See if I can bring it in so you guys can see here. So yeah, the standard wrenches that comes with it. I've got my tweezers kind of crammed in there. My screwdriver, this is the cord for my soldering iron. Got the soldering iron in there. Replace the cutters with some that I like. Got another prop tool. And then this is my solder. And then I love this little ETHIX prop tool right here. The little, whatever you call it, one-way bearing or whatever. And then the files, I guess I'll leave those in there, because sometimes I actually use those. And then yeah, I've got the razor blades for my Zacto laying in there, and the Zacto right there. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. So I'm gonna go back to loading this thing up. So we'll be back in just a second. Hell yeah, guys, this is freaking great. This is freaking awesome. I can move around. I can do activities now. I don't have any drones hanging on the back of it, right? And I wasn't able to get the fat sharks in there with it. Still got, you know, some miscellaneous parts and stuff. It's getting kind of late, and you know, I kind of need to like get in the bed and go to work or whatever. But let's do a little quick, you know, what's in the bag right here, really quick. So first off, I can just lay this backpack down, and then I don't have to worry about I forgot to get something out of the other side. See if we get it to the position where you guys can see it. He's designed this with really good zippers, so you can just basically just rip this thing open, right? So we got the DJI goggles in there. We got the whatever you call this thing that's in here.
It's not the Tyrannus, it's the Radio Master. We've got that in there. Something that I probably won't always have in here is also in here. Showed you guys the tool bag, and we got the LiPo pouch right here. Plenty of other little compartments to put, you know, some of my wires. Probably drop my props down in this little baggie right here. A bunch of other little compartments that I hadn't even like stuck anything in. But the stuff that I've got left to go in is not heavy. The heavy bulk is already in here. And then this is pretty weighty. And the MacBook Pro, I'm not going to have that in there, but I just got it in there just to see if it would fit, because it will. It wouldn't in my other bag. So that's going to probably make zipping things up a little easier. So anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging around. I'm going to, you know, kind of piddle around with it tomorrow evening and really get it set up the way that I would want it. I did say earlier that I'm not getting rid of the Betaflight backpack. I'm not going to chunk it or anything, because I still like to overpack. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like a bunch of my parts and stuff like that in that bag for like that full-blown whole day of ripping. I can have my multiple battery packs in there. We may even try to like keep this battery going just a little bit, and that way I can just have, I like to have a lot of stuff when I go out to rip. I like to have all the parts and things, you know. But this will be the main bag for flying, right? This will be the bag that I just, if we're like, hey, let's go to this spot, I can cram my stuff in here. I can ride my bike with this. This is the grab and go. I can take this to work with me. Got a couple of quads, rip after work. You know, I don't need all that other crap when I go to do that. And I'll be a whole lot more mobile, because sometimes when I come in here and I want to go to work in the morning and I'm like, oh, I want to take my drone stuff with me. I've got this giant bag laying in the floor that's opened up, and it's just a mess. Shit's everywhere. And I'm like, oh, I don't even fool with it. So this way I can keep this a little bit more organized. That's the plan, at least. Anyway, let's cut to some flight footage that I didn't think that was that great. So it'd be great to be at the end of this 45-minute ramble session. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Known as the flowers, revenue since the 70s, find me. So we went crazy in the 80s, so we 90s and the 90s, oops the naughties, troops in sections of 40. So clap your hands and hold your shorty, I'm naughty.